Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed Sayar and welcome again to my channel. Please encourage by share, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Today we're going to go through unit number 6 in student book for Tron Common Students, Science or Letters. In unit number 6 in Outlook book, students book, the title of the unit is How to Keep Healthy. In Visa to the World student book, the title is Health and Welfare. So that's good because both books have one thing in common, which is health. That's very good. Excellent. Now, in this video, you are going to study reading and comprehension and vocabulary related to health, and you are going to study communication, and in communication we are going to see asking about health and making suggestions, permission, asking for and giving advice, requesting and offering help, and then we are going to move to short reading with true and false questions. After that we are going to study grammar, models, ability, permission, obligation, prohibition and necessity, conditional type 1, and then we're going to finish by writing and giving advice in writing. Great! Let's start. Reading and comprehension. So, look at this text, please. Read it and answer the questions. Take your time. You have 5 minutes to read the text and answer the questions. Great. Let's look at the first question. What's the matter with Bob? What's the matter with Bob? What's the problem with Bob? What's wrong with him? And the answer is Bob has a headache and a sore throat. Great. Question number 2. What does Jane want him to do? And the answer is she wants him to go home and relax. Very good. Let's move to question number 3. Why can't he go home? The answer is he can't go home because he must finish these reports before 3:30. Excellent. Last question. What does Jane offer to do? And the answer is Jane offers to type the reports for him. Excellent job. Let's move on. Vocabulary related to health. Great. Let's look now at this part of the lesson and look at this picture. A sore throat. When you use it in a sentence, you say, I have a sore throat. Great. A backache. You say, I have a backache or I have a pain in my back. Great. Next one. A headache. I have a terrible headache. Great. A cough. Oh, I have a cough. Next one. A stomachache. I have a stomachache. Next one. I have a toothache or I have a pain in my tooth. Very good. I have a cold. Very good. Next one. I have a fever. Excellent. Now let's look at some medicines we use. Shots or injections. Pills. You can say also tablets for different kinds of medicine. Drops. Good. Let's see now. The verbs we use with these 3 pictures, we say instill drops, take pills, have shots, or inject shots. Great. Now, let's practice a little bit. Hi, what's wrong with you? I have a backache. Hi, John. What's the matter with you? Well, I have cold and fever. Hey, what's up? Are you okay? I have a sore throat. Let's move on. Phrases related to health. Look at this picture here. Try to link these phrases. Match them, please. Take your Time 5 minutes, please. Okay, good. That's correct now. B goes with in a good health. Very good. Be in a good health. Excellent. Suffer from an illness. Good. Excellent. Recover from an illness. To be safe. Very good. After an illness, after taking the medicine, you become good and better, so we say recover. Next one. Take up exercise. Very good. Start an exercise. Very good. Next one. Go on a diet. If you are fat, you need to go on a diet. Excellent work. Let's move on. Communication now. Asking about health and making suggestions. Let's see. Now here we have some phrases. We use them when we want to ask about someone's health. We say, what's wrong with you? What's the matter? Are you feeling all right? How are you feeling today? How are things going? Or, making suggestions, you say, why don't you go home and rest? How about learning yoga? Let's go out and have fun. So if you have a positive opinion, you are going to say, that's a good idea. It's negative, you say, I don't think it's a good idea. Great, let's practice now. We have a doctor and Peter. Hi, Peter. What's wrong with you? Hi, I'm not okay. I have a sore throat. How about an injection? I don't think it's a good idea. Why don't you take some pills? That's a good suggestion. Very good. Let's move on. Permission and necessity now. Asking for and giving permission, you use may. May I go out, please? May I go out, please? Yes, you may. No, you may not. Necessity, you express it using have to. Do I have to do this work? Yes, you do. Or yes, you have to. Okay? Necessity. Let's practice now. Teacher and student. What's wrong? I have a headache. May I go to the chemist? Yes, you may, but you must come back quickly. Do I have to? Yes, you do. You have to finish your work. Or you say, yes, you have to. You have to finish your work. Great. Let's practice again. So here you have may. Do I have to? Next one. What's the matter? I don't feel well. May I go to bed? No, you may not. You must revise your lessons first. Do I have to? Yes, you do. Yes, you have to. You have a test tomorrow. Great. Let's see how we use the expressions here. Next one. Asking for and giving advice. Great. Let's practice now. Let's see. Now, when you want to ask for advice, you use these expressions. What should I do? What do you advise me to do? What do you think I should do? What can I do? What do you suggest? And when you give advice, you say, you should. I advise you to. You ought to. If I were you, I would. You need to. Let's practice. I'm very sick. What should I do? You should visit a doctor. Or, I advise you to visit a doctor. Or, you ought to visit a doctor. Or, if I were you, I would visit a doctor. Or, you need to visit a doctor. Great. Next. I'm tired. Oh, I think you should go to bed. Well, you'd better go to bed. If I were you, I'd go to bed. Great. Requesting now and offering help. Look at this summary. You have it in your student book, okay? Can you please? Could you? Will you? Could I? Would you? And when you agree with an offer, you say, sure, certainly, of course. Well, let's practice now. Jerry, will you please do me a favor? Oh, what is it? I have a terrible headache. Do you think you could help? Oh, sure. Do you need me to call the doctor? That would be great. Next dialogue. You look tired. Would you like me to call the doctor? Oh, please don't. Don't bother. I just need a rest. Great. Let's move on now. So here you have the expressions we used. Let's move on. Short reading. Look at this text, please. Read it and do the task. Write true and false. Please take your time. You've got 5 minutes to do this exercise. Read the sentences, please. Okay, let's correct now. First one. Mary regularly visits Dr. Atkins' office. Let's see. It's false. How do you know? So here she said, yes, it is. It is her first visit. Very good. Next one. Oh, it's true. Dr. Atkins has a busy schedule. Yes. Now here, justification. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Do you have anything earlier? No, I'm sorry. Which means they are very busy. Number 3. It's true. The doctor sometimes visits the patients at home. How do you know in the text? You can ask for a home visit. Very good. Number 4. Yes, Mary is seriously ill. How do you know? I have a terrible pain in my stomach. Very good. Next one. Excellent. It's false. Mary will see the doctor on Wednesday. No, because the receptionist says, I don't think your case can wait, which means you must come now. Very good. Great. Now let's move on with grammar. Now we're going to see modals. Okay, so modals. Can. Start with can first. So can means permission, as we saw before. So can I go out and play? You can say also, may I go out and play, Mom? No, you can't, or you may not. Okay, or yes, you can. Very good. Let's move on. Now, can mean also ability, okay? Means ability, like, for example, can you go to work? No, I can't. I'm still sick. Yes, I can. I feel better now. Feel better today. So here you say, I am able to, or I can. Expression ability. Very good. Now let's move on with other models. Must means obligation, and mustn't means prohibition. Can I go to work? No, you mustn't leave your bed. It's an order. You must take your medicine. Again, it's an order. But the first one is prohibition. You mustn't. Okay. Now let's practice with examples. What's the matter? I have a toothache. Can you go to work? No, I can't. I must see the dentist. Another example. What's wrong? I have a terrible cough. Can you go to school? No, I can't. I must see the doctor. Very good. Now let's move on again with other modal verbs. May, as we saw, for permission, and have to, as we saw again, for necessity. May I go home? I don't feel well. You may go now, but come tomorrow you may not miss the test. Do I have to make an appointment? No, you don't. Or no, you don't have to. But you have to be here at 3. Very good. Let's move on. Now let's practice with exercise. Complete the conversation with can, can't, must, or mustn't. Take your time, please. You have 5 minutes to do this exercise, okay? Stop the video, please, and do your exercise. Just try, okay? Yes, very good. Now let's correct, okay? So, I help you. What do you think? What's the correct answer? Yes, that's correct. Can I help you? Yes, I'd like to see Dr. Green. I'm sorry, Dr. Green, see you right now. What do you think? The correct answer is can't see you right now. He's not able to see you. You have an appointment. So you must have an appointment. Can you come in tomorrow? No, of course, I can't make it tomorrow. I go to work. So work, it's obligation. I must go to work. How about this Friday morning? Can you come in then? All right, that would be fine. Dialogue number 2. I watch TV after dinner, Mom. So here, asking for permission. Can I? Very good. And no, which means refusing the permission. No, you can't. You go to bed early. So here, obligation. You must go to bed early. I don't have class tomorrow, Mom. Yes, but you mustn't stay up late. It's forbidden, okay? Prohibition. It's not good for you. Very good. Let's move on. Again, another exercise to practice more models. So may not, have to, has to, or don't, doesn't have to. Let's start with the first sentence. Peter has a terrible cough. He stopped smoking. What do you think? Take your time. Please stop the video and do the exercise. Okay, let's correct now. So what do you think? What's the answer for the first one? Yes, that's correct. He has to. It's an obligation, okay? Number 2. You see an ophthalmologist. Your eyes are red. What do you think? Yeah, that's great. You have to see because your eyes are red. Very good. Mike is very tired and cannot concentrate, so he go home. What do you think? Necessity. He may go home here. So it's permission. He may go home. Can say he has to go home, or can express here necessity. But he may not take any medicine. No, it's not permitted. He just has to take rest. Very good. Let's move to number 4. You may leave the hospital and go home now, but come for a checkup next week. Patient, may I go to work? No, you may not. You have to stay in bed for another 2 days. Are you going to give me a prescription? No, you don't have to take any medicine. Just relax. Very good. Let's move on again. Let's move on with more exercise, with more lessons. And here we're going to see the conditional type 1. What is the conditional type 1? Let's see. Conditional type 1. If plus simple present plus infinitive or can, may, must plus infinitive. Example, if you have a headache, take an aspirin. Or if you feel better, you can go to work. Great. Now let's see examples here. Now let's do this exercise. Make sentences with these words. Start with the first one. Take your time, please. Stop the video and try to apply the rule that you have in the grammar practice here. Okay? Stop the video and do the task. Okay, let's correct. Let's start with the first sentence. What do you think? If your tooth, you have ache, go to bed. So here we have 2 verbs. First verb is ache. Second verb is go. So the sentence is going to be, if your tooth aches, go to bed. Pay attention. Aches is with S because your tooth is singular. Next, number 2. If you feel better, don't stay in bed. Great. Number 3. If you have here not feel, which means negative, so it's going to be, if you don't feel better, don't get up. Very good. Next one. Of course, if your back hurts, don't do any sport. That's correct. Next one. Very good. Visit the doctor if you get worse. Yes. Next one. If Fatiha has cold, she can take orange juice. Very good. Excellent work. Let's move on now. Again, let's practice. Conditional type 1. Write the verbs in brackets in the correct form. Take your time, please. You have 5 minutes to do this exercise. Stop the video and do the exercise. Alright, let's correct now. If you, what do you think? Don't feel. Very good. Very good. Come and see me again. Very good. Number 2. If your head starts to hurt, stop for a few minutes. Very good. Next one. Number 3. If you walk in the rain, you may what? May catch cold. Yes, there's a mistake there. Next one. Call the doctor immediately if your nose, very good, bleeds. That's correct, yes. Next one, number 5. Very good. You can take an aspirin if you aren't allergic. Yes. Next one. If Peter has, very good, he mistake. Very good. Excellent work. Yes. Here you have to correct this watch and put instead catch. Very good. Let's move on. Now almost done. Writing. So, read these problems below. What do the people suffer from? What advice would you give them? So here you have three small letters, okay, from Paul, Brian, and Sam. Read them. All of them have health problems. So read them, okay, and try to answer them, okay, by writing a letter. So before you answer, so you need to know what do you need as tools to answer these letters. So we're going to choose one, but the tools we're going to need are these. Given advice, yes. So these are the tools we are going to need. Yes. So let's start, for example. Please just stop the video and do the task. Choose anyone, example Paul, Brian, and Sam, and try to answer it, okay? So let's start with Paul, okay? What does he say? Dear Abby, I work 13 hours a day and I really take vacation. I spend the whole day working on the computer. I don't even have time for exercising. I'm getting fat. I feel tired all the time. I often have sore eyes and I have terrible headaches at night. Please help me. Paul. Very good. So let's start. So we start with first one. Dear Paul. So that's the first thing we are going to start with. Next one. Here he says, I work 13 hours a day and I rarely take a vacation. So the letter talks about problems that he suffered from. So first of all, before I start giving him advice, I start with this. Thank you for writing. So I have to thank him for writing to me. Okay. And then I hope you are feeling well. I'm asking about him, about his health, how he's feeling, because from his letter it seems that he is not feeling better, okay? And then when he says, please help me, so I have to answer and say, of course, I can help you. So these are three sentences that are the opening of my letter. Very good. Now I move to give advice, okay? Start. Here are some pieces of advice. Very good. Let's start now. You should work just 6 hours a day. Answer to the question, I work 13 hours a day. Okay? Next one. I advise you to take a vacation. Answer to the question, I rarely take vacations. Next one. You ought to work 3 hours on your computer. An answer to the question, to the problem, I spent the whole day working on the computer. Next one. You need to find time for exercising. Answer to the problem, I don't even have time for exercising. Great. If I were you, I would see a doctor quickly. That's the answer for all the health problems that he has here. Getting fat, tired, sore eyes, terrible headaches at night. So all these. So here I finished my letter by hope. I hope you will be better. Best wishes, and you write here your name or Abby or Kemal or whatever, okay? I haven't done yet. I haven't finished. So I need to write my final draft, which is very important. So my final draft is going to be like this. Dear Paul, thank you for writing. I hope you are feeling well. Of course I can help you. Here are some pieces of advice. You should work 6 hours a day. I also advise you to take a vacation. Besides, you ought to work 3 hours on your computer. In addition, you need to find time for exercising. Finally, if I were you, I would see a doctor quickly. I hope you will be better. Best wishes. Your name. And you write, for example, Ahmed. So pay attention here. I use the linking words, meaning addition. Also, besides, in addition, finally. Why? Because I'm giving advice. I'm trying to advise him one by one. Okay? I hope this is useful for you, students, and anyone who is watching this video. Thank you for watching. My name is Ahmed Sayar. Original Academy of Titwan Tanjiro Al-Husima. See you next time and good luck. Thank you for watching.